Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. And be comfortable yourself and relax your body. And keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. In case if you can't hear the bell sound, just focus to the silence, let your body to settle down. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, in these ongoing meditation sessions, we are trying to bring different informations related to how to practice meditation and at the same time finding your spiritual path and make it more clear. So when it comes to this spiritual practice, especially when it comes to this meditation, it takes us to understand deeply how things come to be as they are. So in day-to-day life, when we observe this outside world, of course we can see things. But when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, how this seeing happening, so this seeing happening as a result of your consciousness interference. So then there is no separation in between this outside world and within you. Because to arise the consciousness, there should be certain things. One is outside object and your physical eye. This both need to contact together and the eye consciousness arise. So it like the fish born in the water. So the fish cannot understand the separation. You cannot separate the fish from the water. So same like your experience itself, your mind. There is no separation, the outside world and I experience it. So when it comes to the reality, what we experience as reality, this time, space, matter. So this all, we are in a bubble that we are in that time, space, matter and interfering, involving with it to understand it. And when that experience happens, what happened? We are bringing our ideas, thoughts. So that thoughts or that ideas we think kind of like, oh, I experience it. But through the meditation, through the practice, what happens? It separates this interference. So that your experience itself, your mind, there is There is no kind of like a thinking person separate from the experience. It same like the bird. You cannot separate the bird from the sky. You cannot separate the roots from the ground, because the root itself happens because of the ground. So same like with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, this experience arises as a result of perception. So this all bring the consciousness. But what happens when that experience happens, we bringing our thoughts to the middle of that experience and think. So that thinking ability, this thinking effort creates the idea of self. And it creates the experience in a kind of like a way I experience this. It creates the self-centered mind. And that self-centered mind takes us to the dream. So that's why it says we are dreaming. This we have this open eyes in this daylight. We are dreaming. But to awake from this dream, only tool that you have, that is awareness. So that's why. So awareness we have to practice. So that's why when the experience happens, rather than bringing the thought patterns, can you settle down with it? Can you observe? Can you recognize it? Can you just be aware, not thinking about it? So that is where you are capable to come out of this dream. Because we think we are seeing, but just imagine if it is the dream, and inside the dream we think it is real. So, but practicing help you to come out of this dream. So when you come out of that dream, what happens? You awake. And you awake, but still you know that what you experience around you is a dream. And that awakened mind will help you to arrive right now, right here. Not yesterday or not tomorrow. When you arrived, in that very moment, your mind anymore cannot make a dream. So that's why it is very important for us to practice awareness through this meditation. What we bring, the ability to develop your own awareness. Why? Because it will help you to awake, and it will take you to arrive. But it is a process. So that's why to develop the awareness, what you need to do, you have to learn how to observe. Because sometimes we see things, but we don't know how to observe. So that's why we have to practice. So when you start to observe, you recognize. When you start to aware, you recognize. It's like this everything what we experience, like the mud. An awake mind is like you become like the lotus. And arriving is kind of like you giving that lotus a start to spread the fragrance, aroma. So then yourself, let that happens rather than holding, grasping, clinging to your mind. Because the mind has 3 legs to maintain. One is aversion, always for things. That's how the mind survived. That's why we create this life as a hell. That's where everything we name as world, aversion. Another leg is the attachment. Grasping, clinging nature to go behind things. Resistance. So that bring us the kind of like the drive to go behind, attachment. And the third one is the indifference. So that indifference means kind of like a lack of interest or lack of concern. It's kind of like that is where all the things we neglect, we cannot recognize. So that's why when it comes to practice, inhalation, exhalation, just when you start to observe yourself from the beginning, sometimes it is very difficult for you to recognize your breathing. Inhale, exhale. When you observe, then you recognize inhalation as inhalation, exhalation as exhalation. That for that you have to observe, that you have to develop your awareness. And then from the still the beginning, the middle, end of the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation. And at the same time, long, short, heavy, soft, warm, cold, kind of like this same inhalation, same exhalation. It has many different characters, behaviors. But we don't see it. Why? Because lack of awareness create indifference. Indifference takes us to neglect things. And indifference take us to settle down with deeper our emotional comfort. So that's why you start to see the process and result, outcome. So if you are capable to see the feedback, you don't have this indifference in your mind. So you always become aware. your attention becomes sharp and clear. So then you're not going to settle down. So when it comes to our day-to-day life, this all the miseries, this all the disappointment, this all the negative anxiety, negative depression, this everything arises with these three things: aversion, attachment, indifference. So when it comes to practice this meditation, observing inhalation, exhalation, contemplate on inhalation, exhalation, take you deeper to understand. Withdraw your mind from aversion. Withdraw your mind from attachment. Withdraw your mind from indifference. And that is where your mind start to allow your heart to arise. Like the mud, allow the lotus to arise. Your mud is like your this aversion, attachment, and indifference. So when you come out of it, you have the open heart. So the open heart doesn't mean you limited to good, because you don't have any aversion. So the open heart allows you to absorb everything to you. That is where you become a strong, powerful. So you don't kind of like going to only positive part of the life. So you are capable to absorb all the miseries, negative things, kind of like that. Just imagine, in case if you are capable to absorb, you can practice just for a moment. Just imagine you are capable to absorb in all the miseries in the world to yourself for a moment. And just do it and open your eyes, and then you will see. Nothing going to happen. Why? Because that's a part of our dream. And once you know that nothing going to happen anymore, from this point, you don't have any aversion. So otherwise, what will happen? Oh, this is going to happen, that going to happen. Our preconditioned mind always create miseries, miseries, miseries. That's why it's opening heart is a kind of like a journey that you go to arrive. That's the method to arrive. So start to observe. How you observe? Settle down with your inhalation, exhalation. And recognize the difference. That's why your awareness becomes sharp. See the difference. Conventional level, observe, recognize the difference. It is not comparison. See the difference. So when you observe yourself, when you sit and settle down, recognize the difference. That recognition uplift your awareness. See the difference. See the when you practice with the feelings, with the recognition, see the difference. Moment by moment, moment by moment, see the difference. That will take you to understand the change in the deeper level. So seeing the change is like you taking a more strong shovel to dig deeper, because you have to have a more strong, big shovel to dig more deep, because this is something that you have to go deeper to recognize. Just by thinking, if thinking your mind is kind of like a small shovel, you cannot go that much. So because the indifference that we create, this indifference nature that we create through our journey is so strong, that's covered your awareness. So that's why awareness, practicing awareness, see the difference, moment by moment, moment by moment. See the difference, breath by breath. And then it will take you to awake. And that is where you recognize this whole mind. This whole mind, not the mind that in this very moment, in this very moment that whatever happened is our life. But what happened, we bringing our past experience or the future ideas to the middle of the experience, and then we have a version through the moment of experience. That is the projection, that create the dream. So you awake from that. So then you become the experiencer. Let experience it. You don't think about the experience. And that is where you're going to arrive. That is where you're going to awake. And that's why you become free from your own mind. So then, little by little, develop yourself and have the strength, the courage, intention to come out of the dream. Not to wish, go to sleep with dreaming, continuation of the dream. So when you have that intention, and you will recognize this each and every moment is an opportunity. This each and every experience is like a gateway. Each and every moment is giving you opportunity to exit from the dream. So that's mean you become free from the mind. So with that, let's get into practice. So your right palm on your left and neck get straight in one line and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and mentally recite, may I be well and happy, also Pateva, 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So, from the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. And when it happens, just recognize it. Do nothing extra. Bring attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this, with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata chamni sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya Dhamma Anudhamma Patipattiya Buddham Pujemi Dhammam Pujemi Sangham Pujemi Addaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadi Maranam Ha Paribunjisami Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.